first of all, congratulations on your appointment as the Director of Sport for Development.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Great. Now, I just want to talk to you about your background. Let's talk about that briefly.
I started working while I was still at university with the Desert Research Foundation. That's where I picked up my research skills. I was assisting there with research projects. Then I joined the government at the Office of the Prime Minister. I stayed there for 1 year. Then I moved to the Ministry of, by then it was called Ministry of Women Affairs and Child Welfare as a development planner. And then 2004, I moved to, by then it was called the Ministry of Regional and Local Government, now called Ministry of Urban. I was working in the Directorate of Decentralization. In 2009, I was blessed to become the Deputy Director for Marginalized People and Women in Sport for 13 years until my recent promotion.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We want to talk to you about the appointment. What does it entail for you as the Director of Sport for Development?
As the Director of Sport, it means that I will be the one now guiding the ministry and the government on sport matters. I'll be leading the Directorate of Sport to ensure that what we have anticipated is transformed into action. And in a nutshell, I'll make sure that we move forward as a country when it comes to sport development. For me, the vision for the Directorate is threefold. First and foremost, we need to do capacity building, especially our national leaders. Leaders that are serving on the various national bodies need to be capacitated. They need to be able to manage their office, secure sponsors, and ensure that sponsors are not disappointed. So, and mostly administrative matters, that's where I want all leaders to be on pace so that nobody should be left behind. And then secondly, I want to focus on provision of facilities. We are blessed to have signed so many MOUs, and I want to take this opportunity and probably link each facility with with whatever MOU we see is appropriate for that region or whatever, because people cannot practice sport if there's no facilities for them to go and practice on. And then the last thing for me is what I love most, advocate for a market-related budget. The sport industry is a big industry. People are flying in and out, we are driving, but if you give me a budget that is not relevant, it makes my work difficult, and that's why we are advocating for market-related budget. The time of us being given money for the sake of giving money is no more there. If we want to professionalize sport, as we are advocating in the National Development Plan, the 5th National Development Plan, the Harare Prosperity Plan, if we want to professionalize sport, we need to pump in money into sport, and government must take lead.
Now, I'd like to find out your views on what do you think about the current state of sport in Namibia?
The current state of Namibia is encouraging. We are just from the Commonwealth with 4 bronze medals. Very good performance by all 4 of these athletes. We have several of them that have missed the podium, like Vera, the cyclist, and the triathlon team. The performance is very well. But if you look at the preparation, that also tells a lot on the performance. So I believe if we had given them an opportunity to prepare well in advance, we might have more people on the podium.
We want to now talk about your previous position that you're leaving now. What legacy are you leaving behind in that past position?
When I took over that position, there were 3, but not that well operational. And I'm proud to leave behind a foundation that is very strong, a foundation that have extended towards the private sector. We have transformed our relationship with NamPower to not being a sponsor but a strategic partner. The Special Olympic team that have arrived from Detroit was 100% funded by NamPower, and I believe I have capacitated those people so well that they can pull off to get this, and I hope this is what I will transform to the rest of the sport federation. The women in sport, we're still trying to get it right, but I believe being on the higher table, we can push and get it right. But for my people with disability, I have no regrets. I'm sure that whoever is going to take over will just continue to do what we have laid down as our foundation, because we have become the cream of the crop when it comes to sport, people with disability in sport.
Any parting words, Ms. Manuel?
For the team that came from the Commonwealth, we are grateful for your performance. Coming from the Division of Women in Sport, we are proud of Hilaria and Christine as women. And we are also proud of Ananias as a person with disability, and the other gentlemen have also done well. We are happy because we cannot only be promoting women, everybody is important in the sector. And we believe that this is a preparation for African Games that are taking place next year, and it will help us to assess and prepare better so that we can have more people on the podium. But nevertheless, we want to thank the Namibians that are running the federations, because all of them are doing this as volunteers. And as a government, we are grateful for their input, we are grateful for their assistance, and we hope that this is a new era and we will come together and take the country to higher heights.
Thank you so much for joining us today, Ms. Manuel.
Thank you so much.
That was the Director of Sport Development, Ms. Jo-Ann Manuel, sharing with us her new appointment and the way forward from now on.